Now it's time to review the headlines of today's newspapers. Steve.
All right. Very quickly, we go to our sister newspaper This Day on Saturday, where the lead story says APC electronic transfer of result complaints not supported by law. That's APC saying that. And the writers say constitute legal team, says Atiku. Obi will meet Waterloo at tribunal. Appeal court orders INEC to allow PDP Labour Party presidential candidates inspect election materials. I think that throughout the week, the position of the APC on electronic transfer of results, not being supported by law, will continue to generate them, because this might give the impression that, is the party supporting rigging or, malpractices. And if you bring what Professor Oshofison was, the concept he once propounded about the bigger rigger theory, are we saying that the bigger rigger party won, or what are we saying? If the law was clear and the guidelines of the INEC was very clear about what needed to be done. Other stories: Supreme Court declares old Naira notes valid till December 31st. Apex Court: Buhari's disobedience of court order a demonstration of autocracy. El-Rufai Gbajabiamila is victory for all. Clear, we discussed this already, Aaron. On top of the masthead, 7 states discontinue suit seeking Supreme Court review of Tinubu's victory, which I mentioned, earlier. That's on page 8 of today's This Day, which is a very sensible thing if you go into the story. They basically do not want a situation whereby their action will lead to a degeneration of public order and peace, in the land. But that won't stop the candidates, the PDP, and the Labour Party from pursuing what they claim to be a stolen mandate. And on the window, Buhari, I will end insecurity before bowing out. That's the president giving, again, another assurance to say that I'll do that. How Nigerians will receive this, we're not sure. They say, okay, Mr. President, you've got barely 3 months to go. Let's see what wonders you will be able to perform. Last but not the least, leaders of thought rally support for Sanwo-Olu. That's on page 10 of today's This Day. As you know, the governor is up against Gbadebo Rose-Vival.
He's on the ascendancy.
Of the Labour Party is trending almost everywhere now.
Yes.
And of course, Ajidi Adediran of the PDP, there are talks that there could be a kind of an alliance between Labour and PDP. If that happens, it means that election will be tough. But a lot of people will argue that what happened on Saturday may not necessarily be reflective of how the governorship election.
I don't know if that's true, because the same people who still go out, the same people still do have their PVCs. They even feel more aggrieved after all that played out. Trust me, people will still troop out en masse. We're just hoping for peace.
The argument would be that there are those who might have preferred a particular candidate for the presidential, but might prefer the incumbent governor because of his good-naturedness and the quantum of job that he's been able to do, continuing from where his predecessor left. I mean, those are the things that people are saying.
No, we've seen this. We've seen the Labour Party and their movement in Lagos.
Yeah.
People shot arrows at it and said it was all a myth, social media and the rest of them.
Yeah.
The polls have actually spoken.
Yeah.
And if they go out there,
yeah,
and just for the sake, just like what we had in this Etiosa, whereby a lot of people are still asking, how did the Labour Party win Etiosa? Where you had Obanikoro there, popular. He was in the National Assembly, Banky W there. Let's see what happens.
And let's go to the Punch and see what they've got.
Let's start to the Punch. A little play on words there. It says, His Excellency. Dara referring to the Supreme Court knock him Buhari hard. It says, the writer there says, dumps president's new Naira orders into the dustbin. Nigeria's relieved as Apex Court says old Naira valid till the 31st of December.
Yeah.
Okay.
All right. It's an interesting development from the Punch.
Yes.
Trying to return to the very old days of populist headlines.
Yes.
His Excellency. You know, I mean, that's interesting, and you know, it will be intriguing.
A smart play of words,
you know, yeah.
Because will
it be similar to the Olule? You know,
you know, the UK
headline.
The UK tabloids usually like to go with headlines like this.
Like that, yeah.
So
I know that. I mean, well, this is a new one from Punch, but you know,
okay.
I mean, that's their position.
All right. Just on top of the masthead, it says appeal court grants Atiku Obi access to beavers. Others. All right.
Interesting. We won't be able to take the Guardian, which has that Naira swap policy, and where the APC is saying resign now. APC tells Emefiele and Malami. Isn't this strange? Malami, a member of the party.
This was the question I was asking Dr. Beta. Because it seems like the APC are always at war with each other.
With each other.
Or with themselves, rather.
It's an interesting development.
Okay, you can actually...
But we'll see what happens. I mean, the current government administration has got about 3 months to go.
Yes.
And let's wait for, you know, I mean, don't disrespect the president. If he has taken a decision, let's live with that.
All right.